Good morning, students. In the last session, if you remember, we have studied the image formation by concave mirror and then mirror formula, magnification, and then we solved some problems also. After that, we have started learning very important phenomena, that is refraction, and we have defined what is refractive index and what is the meaning of optical density. Before we go into the details of refractive index, optical density and further applications of refraction, some of the students are asking doubts on magnification, calculation of magnification. So I have written two problems here. We will solve two problems on calculation of magnification. So first let us solve this problem. This problem is a very simple problem. Only confusion is application of the sign conventions. If you understand the applications of sign conventions well, then there will be no problem at all. Things become very easy. So understand these sign conventions properly. A concave mirror produces 3 times magnified real image. It produces 3 times magnified real image of an object. Magnified real image of an object. Here is the object of size h. It produces a real image. Definitely it will be inverted, which is 3 times magnified. Means the size of the image h dash must be 3 times the size of the object. This is given. Magnification is 3. Object is placed at 10 cm from the mirror. The object distance is given 10 cm. Where is the position of image? You are asked to find out what is the image distance. U is given, magnification is given. You are asked to find out V. So we know that what are the given things we just read? Object distance. U is equal to minus 10 cm. Remember, always it should be taken negative. Then magnification. Magnification for real image formed by a concave mirror is always negative. It is given minus 3. This is important. Magnification for real image, inverted image, for a concave mirror, for a real image, for a concave mirror is negative. Don't forget this. M is equal to minus 3. You are asked to find out image distance. What is B? Yes. We have for real image, M is negative. M is equal to minus V by U. Just substitute the values. You are asked to find out what is V. This implies, what is V? V is equal to minus M into U. Minus M into U. Substitute the value of M, minus 3. Substitute the value of U, minus 10. You will get the result. That's equal to minus M. What is M? Minus 3. What is U? Minus 10. So thus it becomes minus of minus plus. Plus into minus becomes again minus. So thus it becomes 30 cm. So location of image is minus 30 cm from the pole. Means it is on the same side. On the same side of mirror, located at 30 cm from pole. So you need not write, you can just write image distance. Image distance B is equal to minus 30 cm. Image distance B equal to minus 30 cm implies that it is located on the same side of the mirror at a distance of 30 centimeter image distance. So this is how one can solve the magnification, problem of magnification. Let us see similar problem, another problem. An object is placed at a distance of 12 centimeter in front of a concave mirror. An object is placed at a distance of 12 centimeter in front of a concave mirror. Here object distance is 12 centimeter. It forms a real image. It forms a real image 4 times larger than the object. So magnification is 4. Calculate the distance of the image from the mirror. Similar calculation. Second question. Calculate the focal length of the mirror. So first you have to apply the equation for magnification. Second thing you have to apply mirror formula. So just draw a schematic diagram for visualization. First understand the problem, visualize the problem, then go for application of the equations. Then the problems become simple. So understand the problem, then visualize. This is a concave mirror, and object should be placed between F and C. Then only you will have real inverted magnified image. Suppose this is the height of object H. It is going to form the image beyond C 4 times H dash. So H dash is equal to 4 times H, and it is inverted image, real image. Real image 4 times larger than the object, means magnification is 4 times. So object distance is also given. Here it is H. Object distance is 12 cm. Similar problem. What is the image distance? So this is a visualization. Then write the given things. What are the given things? Object distance U is equal to minus 12 cm. Magnification. Magnification is 4 times. 4 times. Yes, H dash by H. If you take H dash by H, it becomes 4H by H. So it becomes minus 4. Why it is minus 4? Because H dash is inverted. It is along negative y axis. So it becomes definitely negative minus H dash. Minus H dash by H becomes minus 4H by H. Minus 4H by H becomes minus 4. So for real image, I have been telling you time and again, for real image, for a concave mirror, magnification is negative. Okay. Next, you are asked to find out again what is B. So again use the equation for magnification. Magnification for real image for a concave mirror is minus B by U. Same equation. This implies B is equal to minus mu. Just substitute the value of m and u, that's it. Therefore, B is equal to minus of m is minus 4 into u is also minus because it is towards the left side, minus 12. So minus of minus becomes plus. So thus B is equal to minus 48 centimeter. So definitely it is going to form on the same side at a distance of 48 centimeter. I think by solving these two problems, now you can very easily go for such calculations. If magnification is 4 times than the actual size of the object, then the image distance will also be 4 times. Then the image distance will also be 4 times the object distance. If the object distance is 12 cm, image distance will be 4 times magnification times the object distance. So 48 cm. Therefore, real image will be again formed on the same side at a distance of 48 cm. This is first part. Now calculate focal length. For calculation of focal length, we have to use mirror formula. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. We got U, we got V, just substitute, you will get the value of F. This implies 1 by minus 48 plus 1 by minus 12. So plus into minus becomes minus 12. So that's equal to 1 by F. Therefore, it is on here 1 by F is equal to minus, take out minus 48 will be LCM. 12 ones are 12 fours are. So it becomes minus 1 plus 1 plus 4. Because minus I have taken outside. So 1 plus 4. 12 ones are 12 fours are 48 ones are 48 ones. Okay. Minus 5 by 48. But you are asked to find out focal length, not inverse of the focal length. Therefore, focal length is equal to inverse of 48 by 5. So minus 48 by 5. That gives you the result. 5 nines are 45. So 4 remains. Okay, 5 nines are 45. 3 remains. 5 6 are. So it becomes minus 9.6 as the focal length. Means the focal length of this concave mirror is 9.6 centimeter. And focal length of the concave mirror is always negative. That is evident from this calculation. That's how, if you understand the problem, visualize the problem, then solution becomes simple. Now, let us go back to the very important phenomena, that is refractive index. That is refraction and refractive index. Bending of ray of light when it enters from one medium into another medium is called as refraction. Then refractive index also we have defined. Refractive index is a relative term. It is a relative numerical value with respect to two media. It is always with respect to two media. So N21, if I write refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, is equal to sine of angle of incidence by sine of angle of refraction. This is one definition. Second one is refractive index is also defined as the ratio of speed of light in the rarer medium to the speed of light in the denser medium. So we have stopped until this in the last session. Now let us continue this refraction and we will solve some numerical problems. Okay, let us solve a problem of refraction. Simple problem. Speed of light in a given medium is 2/3 of the speed of light in vacuum. Speed of light in a given medium is 2/3 of speed of light in vacuum. Find the absolute refractive index of the medium. Problem is very simple. A medium is there. Let it be X. A medium may be glass or any other ruby or any other transparent medium. Speed of light in this, the light travels like this. Its speed inside, if it is V, and the speed of light in vacuum. Remember, speed of light in vacuum. This is vacuum. This is medium. Medium will be any liquid like oil or a glass or any other transparent medium. Then we know that absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index. Last time we have defined it. Once again I am writing the same thing. Absolute refractive index is the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium. speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in the given medium. Definitely speed of light in the medium will be less because of change of speed of light when it enters from vacuum into the particular medium, the ray of light bends. So if it would be undeviated path, it would be bending towards the normal. This is what we have learned as refraction. So absolute refractive index is refractive index of the medium with respect to vacuum. So if you write symbolically, then N becomes equal to speed of light in vacuum. Speed of light in vacuum, always remember it is a symbol. C is the symbol. C by V. C by V. Then it is given in the problem that this V is 2/3 of C. Here V is equal to 2/3 of C. Substitute this value. Thus C by 2/3 of C. C cancels. So it becomes very simple. 3 by 2. C cancels. So N becomes 3 by 2. Therefore, absolute refractiveness of the medium is N equal to 1.5. So this is how. If we are not writing any suffix here, it means it is always with respect to vacuum. Sometimes we take vacuum as well as air. The speed of light in the air and speed of light in vacuum, we take it almost the same. Refractive index of air, if you see, it is 1.0003, and refractive index of vacuum, if you take, it is 1. So almost we take speed of light in air and speed of light in vacuum as same. Therefore, refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum, refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum or air is called as absolute refractive index. Okay, now let us solve one more problem. Okay, we will solve two more problems. Look at this problem, very simple problem. There are two media here. One is medium A, another one is medium B, like glass and any other oil. Any two medium, transparent medium A, medium B. What is the refractive index of B with respect to A? In this problem, the angle of incidence at the point of interface is given. The angle of incidence and the angle of refraction is given. Can you find out what is the angle of incidence here? Purposely, these two angles are given to confuse you. Remember, angle of incidence is always the angle made by incident ray with the normal. Angle made by incident ray with the normal, not with the interface. Then angle of refraction is also angle made by refracted ray with the normal. So the ray is incidenting from medium A onto the interface, then refracting into the medium B. So you are asked to find out refractive index of medium B with respect to medium A. So I will write refractive index of medium B with respect to medium A. So this can be written as NBA, refractive index of medium B with respect to medium A. Refractive index of B with respect to A. That's it. That's equal to sin I by sin R. Look at this. What is I here? Angle of incidence. Here. First you have to figure out what is I. Angle of incidence 60 degree. What is R? Angle of refraction in the medium B. It is 45 degree. So just substitute. Therefore, refractive index NBA is equal to sin of 60 degree divided by sine of 45 degree. So that becomes root 3 by 2 whole divided by 1 by root 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 and sine 45 is 1 by 2. Sine of angle of incidence by sine of angle of refraction. Medium B into sine R is equal to medium A into sine I. That's it. You can also verify with respect to the angles. Medium A into corresponding sine I is equal to medium B into corresponding sine of angle. So this is how you can remember. So medium B with respect to medium A, therefore refractive index of B, refractive index of P with respect to A is equal to sine I by sine R. This is another way of verification that we will see later. So NBA is equal to sine 60 by sine 45. So that becomes, if you cancel this, it becomes root 3 by root 2. So root 3 by root 2 is the answer. So such questions will be asked as MCQs. 4 options will be given, all will be looking like similar, like one will be root 3 by 2, another will be root 3 by root 2, one more will be root 2 by root 3, and one more will be 1 by root 3. So all will be confusing. So exactly when you solve this, you will be able to get the correct option. Now this is example number 1. Now let us see next example. Refractive index of glass with respect to air is 1.5. Refractive index of glass with respect to air is 1.5. Refractive index of water with respect to air is 1.33. Refractive index of water with respect to air is 1.33. Calculate the refractive index of glass with respect to water. See, if this is a glass slab and here this is a water medium, you can think water trough. Okay. So glass is this one and this is water. If ray of light enters from water into glass, from this what can you say? Water is rarer medium compared to glass. So it bends towards the normal in the glass. Whichever is having more optical density, whichever is having more refractive index, the bending of light takes place in that medium towards the normal. More and more bending takes place, more is the optical density. Okay. So this is the simple diagram. You are asked to find out what is the refractive index of glass with respect to water. Now again write refractive index of glass with respect to air can be written as refractive index of glass with respect to vacuum. That is, refractive index of glass with respect to vacuum is called as absolute refractive index of glass divided by refractive index of air, refractive index of air with respect to vacuum. So it is the ratio of refractive index of glass with respect to vacuum to the refractive index of air with respect to vacuum. These are called as absolute refractive indices. Similarly, I can write refractive index of water with respect to air, NW by NA, absolute refractive index of water by absolute refractive index of air. Now if you take the ratio, what do you get? Ratio of NGA by NWA. What do you get? NA cancels. By taking ratio, NGA NZA by NWA. If you take the ratio, we get NG by NA into NA comes to the numerator, NA by NW. So NA cancels. So this itself gives you NGW. NGW. That is the question. Therefore, NGW can be now written as NGA by NWA. Just divide these values of respective indices. 1.5 divided by 1.33. 1.5 can be also written as 3 by 2. 1.33 can be also written as 4 by 3. 4 by 3. So remember, refractive index of water is 4 by 3. Absolute refractive index of water is 4 by 3. Absolute refractive index of glass is 3 by 2. Okay. When we take this ratio, we get NGW is equal to 3 3s are 9. 9 divided by 8. So if you simplify this, 8 ones are 8. 1 remains. 8 ones are 8. 2 remains. Then what do you get? How much you get? 9 by 8. I think 1.1. 8 ones are 8. 1 remains. 8 ones are 8. 2 remains. 8 twos are 16. 4 remains. 8 5s are. So 1.125. So 1.125 is the refractive index of glass with respect to air. This is how you need to calculate the problem. I am just giving you one simple problem. Try yourself. Simple problem. Refractive index of, you can say this is absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index of diamond is 2.42. Maximum. Diamond is having maximum refractive index. So it has got a very attractive property, that is maximum refractive index because of its maximum optical density. As a result, it will have a glittering property, maximum brilliance also. That we are going to learn again in the next important property, that is called as total internal reflection. Okay. Now problem is very simple. Absolute refractive index of diamond is 2.42. If the speed of light in air or vacuum, always it will be given like this, in air or vacuum is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. What is the speed in diamond? Calculate the speed of light in diamond. Please note down this problem. Okay, and we'll solve more and more problems based on this. And next, in the next session, we are going to learn about the lenses, refraction through lenses. Very important. Thank you. Have a good day.